My name is H.A. Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. Hit subscribe right now. We are over 120,000 subscribers. We could get to 125,000 before November 6, 2018, when, say it with me, say if you're a longtime viewer or if you just subscribed, say it with me right now. Say it with me. When Republicans keep control of the House and keep control of the Senate and almost certainly gain, it's possible 6 to 8 seats is possible, but we'll gain at least 3 seats at least. But I'm looking 6 to 8 is possible. But Republicans will keep control of the House, gain in the Senate. You're looking at a Democratic implosion. Hit subscribe right now and check out my live streams. They are epic. One reason Republicans will win is because, and I say this with love and respect for progressives who still watch this channel, the Bernie Sanders movement has turned into a movement within the blue wave tidy bowl. It's essentially done. It doesn't exist anymore. It's an extension of the Democratic Party. It's not a separate, distinct political movement where you are battling for working people. It's not like that.
Was about impeachment.
Hold on one second. So this is, I'll prove to you. Terrence K. Williams, great performer, great comedian. He's at W_Terrence on Twitter. This is a tweet from him. He has a great segment on this, but this is Beto O'Rourke saying that Russians attacked our democracy. You have to be the biggest, well, let's see. One must be a tool of the establishment, one of the biggest tools of the establishment. And just completely delusional if you think that Facebook ads made me right, or you vote for Bernie or Jill or Trump, or me. You think that I looked at Buff Bernie coloring books and said, "Oh, Bernie is really buff. Oh, look at his glistening body. Gee, I hope another country didn't buy this Facebook ad. I'm going to vote for Bernie. I'm going to write 100 articles in the Hill, the Huffington Post, and Salon," which is what I did. And I was on MSNBC and CNN saying that Bernie Sanders was the best choice because he wanted to break up too big to fail banks. Doesn't want to now. Because he wanted to bring home soldiers from quagmires. Isn't really talking about that now at all. Actually, he's, like Beto O'Rourke, pushing the Russia myth that was used against him because they said that he honeymooned in Russia. But this is Beto O'Rourke, the wonderful progressive who is now the McCarthy-era liberal. McCarthy-era Bernie progressive.
And you said in July that you would, as a member of the House right now, vote to impeach. Have you changed your mind?
I haven't. Let me put it this way. There may be an open question as to whether the president and the candidate sought to collude with the Russian government.
There's no evidence, Beto. Drunko Beto. Beta. There's no evidence, buddy. You're going to lose Texas. You don't go into Texas and say, okay, raise your taxes, Medicare for all, and we're going to take your firearms. Vote for me. Where am I? Oh, Texas. Okay. You're going to lose. Andrew Gillum will lose in Florida because guess what? Hillary Clinton is fundraising for Andrew Gillum. Another reason Bernie's movement no longer exists. The same person who cheated Bernie is now raising money for his candidates. Does that make any sense to you? But this is Beto O'Rourke. The Steele dossier was purchased by Hillary Clinton. The Steele dossier has caused BuzzFeed and Carter Page to both sue the DNC. The DNC never gave its computer service to the FBI. I wonder why. CrowdStrike was outsourced by Hillary Clinton, just like she purchased the Steele dossier. That's a campaign. Those are campaign finance violations. I wrote a Daily Caller article about that. The two intelligence reports, the ODNI report and the DHS report, Their assessments, and they come with warranty disclaimers. Don't believe everything we say, because everything we say isn't rooted in fact. That's pretty much what the warranty disclaimers state. James Clapper stated with Chuck Todd, definitively, there's no evidence of Trump-Russia collusion. Mueller does not have any evidence. The only thing he has is, what's his name, with the ostrich skin jacket, the ostrich feather jacket, whatever. It was a crime against humanity in terms of fashion. It wasn't a crime against the country. And no, Beto O'Rourke, they did not attack our democracy. First of all, there wasn't a hack, but let's say there was. There wasn't, but let's say there was. It would be the DNC. The DNC is not the country. The DNC is not the Constitution. The DNC is not you. It's not me. It's a corrupt political organization that will be pretty much non-existent after November 6, 2018. Because of people like you who will fail miserably. But let's continue.
In 2016. But to quote George Will, very conservative columnist, when we saw him on that stage in Helsinki defending Vladimir Putin...
He didn't defend Vladimir Putin. Okay, and number one. Number two, Vladimir Putin didn't swing the election. Comey did. WikiLeaks did not swing the election. Comey did. Debbie Wasserman Schultz resigning in disgrace should be a reason Democrats should reform themselves, not blame Russia. If indeed Russia allowed us to know how horrible Debbie Wasserman Schultz and Hillary Clinton were, we should probably thank them, but they didn't. We have no evidence of that. Kind of that pesky thing called evidence. You're playing to a base that is not progressive, Beto. Not that I'm not a progressive anymore. I haven't been for over a year. But this is why I'm not. This is why I've left the left, because of people like Beto O'Rourke. Are you kidding me? You're this forward-thinking guy, and now you're the reincarnation of of Joseph McCarthy.
The head of the country that attacked our democracy in 2016.
Didn't attack our democracy, buddy. We don't have any evidence they hacked the DNC, other than John Brennan and people like James Clapper, who are both known liars who committed perjury.
Instead of this country and its citizens and this amazing democracy, that was collusion in action. You may have wondered when he fired James Comey, the principal investigator into what happened in that election, whether that was an attempt to obstruct justice.
All right. Have you heard enough nonsense? Have you heard enough garbage? This is the wonderful, 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 Bernie 2.0. The guy is raising like $40 million. He knows he's going to lose. He wants to run for president. If you can't win Texas, you're not going to become president. If you can't win Texas and you live in Texas, you're not going to become president. So I don't know what you're thinking, Mr. O'Rourke. But this is just an example of the Democratic Party swallowing up the little progressive movement that it allowed to flourish just for a little time period, just so there was enough excitement over Medicare for all, but they didn't really want it because it's not feasible, because they found that out from the Mercatus study. Over double, possibly triple income tax and corporate income tax and personal income tax, that still wouldn't pay for it. And they haven't explained how they're going to implement it. None of these Medicare for All candidates explain the tax increase. Furthermore, that was just one aspect of Bernie Sanders' overall platform. One. They picked one that they knew they couldn't implement simply to drum up support, and the same pundits who said, yeah, Medicare for all, are the same people are going to say, who said, well, Hillary's better than Trump. Or the same people are going to be like, Hillary 2020, what can we do? We just can't do anything. They're playing you. The Democratic Party and media associated with the Democratic Party is playing you. I'm speaking like in the most respectful manner to progressives who perhaps still watch this channel. They are playing you so hard. Walk away, run away, hashtag run the you-know-what away. Give me your thoughts below, hit subscribe. Have you ever heard of something so absurd and ridiculous? The icon right now, or the rock star of the progressive movement, Beto O'Rourke, is now a tiny little McCarthy-era Democrat. Oh, he in Helsinki. They attacked our democracy. What did you want him to do, Beto? Did you want him to punch Putin in the face? and have Putin use his judo moves on our president? No, thank you. No, thank you. But keep on presenting, keep on regurgitating the same propaganda. Democrats will lose the House. Republicans will keep the House. Democrats will lose a chance at gaining in the House. The Republicans will keep the House in 2018, November 6, 2018. Republicans will keep the House and gain in the Senate big. And it's going to be a joy to see. Democrats will deserve everything politically coming their way because they're absolutely treacherous. And their treachery will be rewarded by yet another monumental, catastrophic, cataclysmic election loss. Be here on this channel, November 6, 2018. Republicans keep the House. Don't believe the polls. The polls are completely warped and skewed. I explain that every segment on my live streams. Hit subscribe right this second. Thank you.